All these women are going to be whores. All of these there's going to be a generation of women who are old and used up whores, just retired whores. The female to male sex ratio is going to be in favor of women in the future because of how many men will have just died, or because they gave up for dealing with these whores games and putting up with their shit. So in the future, there's going to be a large class of older women who are just whores, and they'll have these tattoos all over their body, and they'll be old. And naturally speaking, the men who will have had normally would have been with them in a relationship and grown old together, they will have all died or gave up trying. And we're going to see this in the near future, not in the too far future. Maybe like I predicted maybe like the 2050s this is going to happen. 2050s, maybe even the 2040s, late 2040s, we'll see this. But I mean, it's just going to be an epidemic of old, single, childless whores that didn't want to reproduce with their looks match. It's going to be completely disgusting. But I'm not going to live to see that. I'm 22 now. I've already made a pact that I'm going to at least die by 34. I've already made that pact. I'm going to die by 34. I don't want to live any older than 34. But I mean, yeah, this shit is just insane. I'm going to try to have more videos uploaded to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to do more content there. I'm going to try to be more active. I might use webcam, or I might not. I don't want to. I say a lot of controversial things. I don't want to jeopardize my position on what I have to say about these disgusting whores that basically ruin society. All these women ruin society in their own way. The old ones, the young ones who are coming into adolescence, younger women in their 20s, they all ruin society in their own way. And I mean, I just look back to like my great grandmother's era. It's like they were completely different. They were loyal, almost like cartoonishly loyal. You wouldn't even believe how loyal they were when they speak about this. But women now, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the way that these whores deceive us. And it's criminal. It's asinine. It's fucking just absolutely criminal the way these whores manipulate the minds of men. And I predict also that a lot of men are just going to stay single out of spite, even if they do have a chance of getting with a female, just because of so many prior rejections. I mean, once you get to the point where, you missed out on young love, there's no young love anymore. There's no chance to, there's no pure love at a younger age anymore for men who are undesirable or not wanted. And it gets to a point where somebody's first love for a man, it's going to be in his mid late 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s. And it's just at that point, for marriage. And there's no love in modern marriage. Marriage is a scam. Maybe marriage meant something back in the day. But marriage nowadays is a fucking scam. And women are only just attracted to the man's bank account. There's going to be dead beds, no sex. All these women are retired whores. They had sex with tons of men. Now they don't want to have sex with their husbands. It's just going to be a horrible scenario. But like I said, I'm not going to stake it out for this long. I've already said, if I don't die in like a car crash or something, I'm going to live only to 34. I don't have any desire to live on this planet older than 34. Like, that's where my life ends. If I live to my natural life, if I don't die in an accident or any, get shot or anything, if that's my natural state is 34. If I live to 34, I'll live out 34, maybe I'll live out that last year. But I'll definitely I'll commit suicide before my 35th birthday. I don't want to live any longer than 34. I think 34 is a long life. Long enough than I ever want it to be. I mean, I don't want to live on this earth any longer than it needs to be. These women are all whores, and unless there's a societal change within our society, if men start to stand up and start to have some type of standards set for them in their own ways, then maybe we can come about this and be able to reconcile with the opposite gender and come to some sort of truce between this gender war. But I mean, dating is completely down the shitter now. There's no point in I would say dating is a scam. You know, I just said right now, I said marriage is a scam. I think dating in and of itself in the modern era itself is a scam. You know, at least you can go with a woman, get some food. You know, it's nice to eat with some company. That's nice. You know, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're cucking because you're giving a woman a free meal." I mean, you can do that once just to see what it's like. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you continually do this, then yeah, and especially with the same woman, that's like beyond cuckery. Don't do that. But I mean, you can do it for the experience, but you're not going to get anything out of it. You know, all women are whores. You know, I used to be in the thought process of me saying most of them are, but all of them are. You know, except for the like really young minors, because that's not fair to say on them. But you know, by the time a woman's 16, 15, 16, she's already a whore, and it's just sad because want lust women want lust, men want romance. Men want real, true romance. You know, we want to do some things in a real romance. We want to have raunchy sex within a romance, but women are just whores. There's no romance to them at all. They're complete degenerates. Men want to do degenerate things on a woman who is loyal to them, but women they don't want it. Women don't want to do that. They just want to. They're devious. They have no romantic um ideations at all. No romance at all. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a really short video here quick. I'm gonna try to see if I can upload more and and improve the quality of my videos. But this just needs to be said. These women are disgusting nowadays. You know, I don't support any acts of violence, but I think some people who have been labeled as involuntary celibates, that they were right in their ideas, even if they carried out violence. I don't support violence, but they had what they said was right before they messed up. I'll say that they shouldn't have did what they did at all. But I mean, it doesn't take somebody to be controversial to say this. I think all men are starting to wake up now to this. Women will just leave you high and dry in a relationship, and they don't actually care about a man as a person. Women, like I said in my first video, women don't see men as human beings. You know, this is just completely ridiculous. Dating, marriage is over. All of this shit is over. So yeah, just a really quick video update wanted to upload. I'm still active, even if I'm not going to upload that much for right now, but yeah.